I'm a very passionate and sensitive psychiatrist from Bhubaneswar and the founder of Swayam Clinic and Wellness Center. And I'm a faculty in IMS SUM Hospital-2. I create content for World Health Organization. I'm a WHO Fides Influencer and MindValley. I'm a MindValley coach. And besides all these roles, here is standing a woman who has faced a lot of stress in her life and can tell you how to overcome it successfully. So what is the biggest stress of a human? It is uncertainty. How many of you were feeling stressful while finding the route to this place? The speakers, a lot of you. So uncertainty is the basis of all the stress that we face in our day-to-day life. So when we talk of well-being, I'll deal with the uncertainty, but I will tell you a lot of things that affect our well-being. When we say well-being, mental well-being, whose responsibility is it? Individual or society? As a psychiatrist, my soul is impacted every day with the tears of the patients that I see. Every day a different story, every day different tears, but all of them are affected by certain circumstances. Is well-being really in our own hands? The kind of society we are living, the kind of circumstances we are facing every day. Well-being is no more an individual pursuit. There are so many forces that affect our well-being. Let's see. A student who lands up in my clinic and says me this, how will I feel well? I have an entrance exam to compete. The women standing before you have cracked 2 times NEET PG entrance exam and 1 time NEET UG entrance exam. Believe me, there is no more a dreadful time than cracking medical entrance exams. So many suicides every year in headlines we see before the entrance exams. A boy who could not get a rank writes a letter to his father, Dad, I'm sorry, I disappointed you. Mom, I'm sorry, I disappointed you, and then hangs himself. We listen to these stories and then we move on with our lives. Whose responsibility was the well-being of that student? Every year 20 lakh students appear for entrance exam. How many seats do we have? 1 lakh? So 19 students are going to be denied. Is it really a question of merit and hard work? No, it's a bigger game. We need to think over it. As a psychiatrist, these questions come to my mind. The pressure of perfection is too much on the students. What if you got a seat in the entrance exam? You handled the entrance exam pressure and you got a seat. Now you're in the campus. Are you free from stress? The headlines. So many medical engineering students taking their own lives, unable to handle the academic pressure. Cannot adjust in the hostel. Cannot listen to the scoldings of the seniors. Can't eat the bad food. Whose responsibility is their well-being? Campus mental health has to be taken seriously. Even Supreme Court has told that you have to take the campus mental health seriously. But are we taking it seriously? So many are crying at nights in the hostels. Are we listening to them? As a campus mental health counselor, as a student counselor of my own campus, suddenly one day I got a call from my own student. Ma'am, I'm standing in the top floor. I was staying in the campus in my previous college. I rushed to the girls' hostel and the girl was standing at the verge of the building ready to jump. That I had a fight with my roommates. They were talking over my skin color. Different kinds of discrimination goes on in the hostels about the socioeconomic status. One student is coming from a very rich family having an iPhone. The other one is coming from a family where there is no food to eat. How do you expect them to adjust? Isn't it hard? So many suicides happen in campuses. We read the headlines and then we move on with our lives. Are we doing something for them? How will I feel well? I live in a polluted environment. Is our well-being not dependent on our environment? Especially Delhi. Delhi air is choking. Plastic waste, dirty air. It's affecting your blood sugar. It's affecting your mental health. We urgently need to do something about it. Junk food. The debate is endless. What is our generation eating? What was our previous generation eating? My father doesn't even eat the food we order from outside. He says, this is junk food. What are you eating? But we, in our generations, we eat burgers, pizzas, everything that is so deleterious for all the organs of our body. We demand that this junk food should be labeled J for junk, but that cannot be labeled because of the big money involved in it. The fast food is slowing down our children's brain. No added sugar is the label, but these are lies. The labels are all lies. So isn't it affecting our well-being? How will I feel well? Daily there are fights at home. Every woman that lands up in my psychiatric clinic is being beaten up by their husband. This is the sad reality of Indian society. 50 to 60% men think that beating their wife is normal. It's acceptable. Domestic violence is acceptable in India. During COVID, it has increased so much. This headline is from Maharashtra, which is so shocking. This Orange the World campaign was from WHO. This campaign is running now with association with UN Women. They are running a campaign known as Open the Door, Take a Stand, End Violence. Because there is no excuse for violence. The acronym, if all of you sitting in this hall remember the acronym RESPECT, I'll expand on the acronym. R is for relationships strengthened. E is empowerment of women. S is services ensured. P is poverty reduced. Environments made safe. Child adolescent abuse prevented, and transformed attitudes, beliefs and norms. 2 days back, while I was making this slide for this TED Talk presentation, one of my friends was telling, why are you always talking about violence, how does it help? I told him, talking so repeatedly affects you, wait for 1-2 days news and see how much violence our society really has. And shockingly, the next day, there was a news headline in Odisha. One 9th class girl was killed. Her body was found in drain. We love to close our eyes. We don't want to see the reality. But domestic violence, sexual abuse is so common in our society. Most of the girls who are abused sexually, either they don't want to tell to their family, and most of them do not even open up with the doctor with the fear that their privacy will be hampered. How will I feel well? I receive bad comments on social media. Now, with the advent of social media, abusing someone has become so easier. How will the students feel well? How will the children feel well? There is constant comparison. There is constant abuse. Read the comments. You're looking fat. You're looking bad. That's why I don't get happy when somebody comments me looking good, because when every girl is getting a good looking comment, for that every 10 other girl is getting a comment for looking bad. That's why when somebody says you're looking beautiful, that doesn't amuse me anymore, because so many women are suffering because of these bad comments. Again, coming to men, we talk a lot about women, but men are ignored. I'm a man, I don't cry. Men don't love to tell their problems because they are givers, they have to take care of the family, they have the burden. How will they tell? A woman is more likely to report depression and anxiety in the clinic, in the hospital, rather than a man. Attempted suicides are completed suicides are more in a man. If a man is attempting a suicide, he will complete it more than a woman. So men's mental health is really a matter of concern in India right now. With the pressure of the economy, at a certain age you have to have a flat, you have to have this kind of car, you have to give this kind of luxury to your family, otherwise you are a failure. Young men, see the pressure on them. So this is the kind of society we are living in. And how can you tell that do yoga and meditation and you will feel well? Do you think it will really happen? The student who is living in this kind of scenario, You tell him, yoga karo, do yoga. Will he feel well? Will he or she? No. Together we need to change the circumstances that guy is facing every day. Then among all these things, the biggest thing is, I'll tell you a little story, the fear of uncertainty. All the things I was talking about, it comes under social and environmental. Because this is the theory of illness, wellness, basically mental health, this is the theory. Biopsychosocial. Biology, that is your genetics. We love to blame it on the genetics, or my father had the disease, I had the disease. But genetics is just 1/3. Your psychology is 1/3, and the major part is social and environmental, which we all together need to focus on. This is in our control. Biology is not in our control. Psychology and social environmental is in our control. So if you want to master stress, because all these social scenarios will be there, but stress management begins with you. Well-being begins with you. You have to start from yourself. The first fear you need to conquer is the fear of uncertainty. So I was getting ready for the Mrs. Universe global competition, Mrs. Universe official competition at Philippines. You all have read the news that Philippines was having earthquakes, typhoons, just 1.5 months back. While I was getting there, 2-3 days back, I was unsure that the competition is going to happen or not. To participate in an international pageant, you have to first compete in a national pageant, which I did 1 year back. I competed in TIGP Mrs. India, and I was the first runner-up. Now somebody will think, you are a doctor, why are you doing this? I want to explore the human life as much as possible, the human life, the possibility. Anything that involves women, their psychology, I want to explore it. So I explored the world of pageantry. I won the Mrs. India competition, and after that I went to represent India. The time was filled with so much of uncertainty. There was earthquake were happening. So my parents were like, why do you want to go? Return flights are getting cancelled. What if you get stuck there? I told, I want to take the risk. Let's see what happens. So 3 days, till 3 days before, confirmation was not there whether the pageant was happening or not. Then we got the confirmation, yes, it's happening, and we went there. The venues were changed, a lot of things were changed. It was very hectic. You had to, the events were happening at different places in Philippines, and you had to travel every day. So it was very hectic, but I really liked the experience of interacting with women from all parts of the world. And you know what I found? A very interesting observation. As a psychiatrist, I love observing. I didn't go there to win. My work as a psychiatrist was to observe the human mind. So I didn't go there to win, that's why I won. So what happened is, in other parts of the world, when people do a little thing, they're very proud of themselves. Somebody from USA, done an air hostess, they tell, I am the air hostess. But in India, somehow, we are teaching our people to undermine their things. I was not telling that proudly, I'm a psychiatrist, that they were telling, I'm an air hostess, I have done, not that every profession is important, but we are teaching our girls to undermine themselves. So here, all the girls sitting back there, whatever you are done in life, whatever you will do in life, be proud of yourselves. And the parents in the room, please don't force your students to be doctors and engineers. Any profession you go in is good. So quickly we'll see certain tips that how you can handle the uncertainty and how you can master your mind. The trick to uncertainty is that when you go to any place, be there to learn. I was there to learn, I was there to observe, I was not there to win. That's why I won. So the problem may begin outside, but the solution always begins within you. This exercise yoga, I will not tell you what to do. You will find this in ChatGPT. But you have to imagine yourself how I will look after 5 years, 10 years, how I will feel after 5 years and 10 years if I do this or if I do not do this. You have to redefine your identity. Then only you will be able to do this. Reading this list will not do you any help. But try this breathing techniques, the box breathing, the alternative nostril breathing, the diaphragmatic breathing, because these are very helpful for your mental well-being. We take these things very lightly, but these are very helpful. Before any stage activities, these are very helpful. The healthy eating, the sleep hygiene, the emotional regulation hack, name it and tame it. For overthinking, try mindfulness, journaling, cognitive restructuring, thought charting, and the 90-second rule of stress. And always try to find out, is it a fact or is it a fear? When you categorize it, you deal with it properly. The 1% improvement mindset, the social health, please don't ignore your social health, interact with people. Digital hygiene is very important. The behavioral activation, try to listen to good content because it will affect your mental well-being very nicely. And lastly, the 3 questions before sleep. What went well today? What did I learn? And what can I let go of? Because emotional regulation is very important for a healthy mind. So well-being begins with you. What you do is affecting everyone, and what everyone does affects you. Because lastly, we are the society and we are responsible for our well-being as well as everybody's well-being. Thank you, everyone.